TenZ is one of the best Valorant players in the world, has dominated the North American scene, and has become the game's biggest star. He earned his stripes in CSGO before switching to Valorant with Cloud9 Blue, but he finally found real success after joining Sentinels. TenZ entered the professional CSGO scene in 2017 on Subtle and bounced around smaller teams over the next 2 years before finally finding a home with Cloud9. TenZ had established himself as a talented young player, and fans were excited to see him perform with a notable team. But after Cloud9 crashed out of the 10th season of ESL Pro League, the organization decided to bench TenZ due to a clash of desired playstyle between him and the rest of the team. Cloud9's coach said he thought TenZ would be a great professional player in the future, which has certainly turned out to be true. TenZ stayed with the organization as a content creator, but he only lasted a few more months with the CS side of Cloud9 as Valorant introduced a new world for the young star. The Valorant closed beta attracted dozens of professional CSGO players with its fresh gameplay. TenZ immediately excelled and became the first NA player to reach the Valorant rank now known as Radiant.
422. Oh, boys! Let's fucking go! We got Valorant finally.
TenZ was known for his technical prowess and uncanny aim in CSGO, which easily translated to Valorant. And you can show off your quick aim by hitting that subscribe button. TenZ also quickly mastered the new game's abilities and gravitated towards the quick and fast gameplay of Jett. TenZ could outgun and outmaneuver almost any player and could pull off clutches other players could only dream about. Whether it was a rifle or an operator in his hands, TenZ rarely missed and constantly saved the day in tough rounds. TenZ was having the most fun he'd had in a long time and decided to take the plunge and switch to Valorant full-time. He believed it could blossom into a major title like Riot Games' other juggernaut, League of Legends. TenZ was clearly in the highest echelon of players in North America and was presented with an opportunity too good to pass up. Since he was already a part of Cloud9, he was the no-brainer choice as the organization's first professional Valorant player. Cloud9's results were up and down in the early days of the Valorant professional scene, but TenZ was the driving force, adding clips to his highlight reel, including a 3K against his future teammates on Sentinels.
And now TenZ has been called out, but that's not going to be a problem for TenZ. Looks for one. Now TenZ in 1v2. Gets another one. Is he going to find him? Yes, he does! TenZ gives Cloud9 the lead. What a play!
Cloud9 continued to place highly at tournaments, and TenZ performed especially well in the NSGX Renegades Invitational, where he dropped 45 kills against FaZe Clan. But this was their last successful performance for a long time. The team slipped down the rankings and failed to qualify for First Strike. They also finished last in their group in the JBL Quantum Cup. TenZ tried to carry the team on his shoulders, but even he failed to maintain a positive kill-death ratio in any match during group play. The team's poor performance eventually led to him stepping away from competitive play altogether.
So stepping down from the team is a personal choice of mine, and I'm just really excited for the future of what this game holds in the competitive scene. I know that Riot's going to continue to support it, and all the fans are going to continue to support it. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on this competitive scene.
In January, TenZ went back to content creation and streaming for Cloud9, and the pro team started to feel his absence as results continued to go downhill. But streaming allowed TenZ to enjoy Valorant while playing in a less stressful environment without the pressure of carrying a struggling team. He could still enjoy the fresh experience Valorant offered while growing his personal brand as a streamer. At the time, he said he would think again about pro play after the pandemic had passed, but things started to get put in motion much quicker than he expected.
COVID is probably one of the things that's making it hard for me to stay playing a professional player online. Just because I play with 60 ping and everyone else has sub 30 or sub 40, and it's pretty
Just before VCT Stage 1 Masters, Sinatra was suspended by Riot and Sentinels, leaving them desperate to find a replacement on short notice. Sentinels were already establishing themselves as a top team in the region, but the controversy could have brought everything crashing down. Luckily, TenZ was available and ready to return to competitive play with a vengeance. TenZ joined Sentinels on loan from Cloud9 for Masters and helped the team go undefeated on their way to the trophy. TenZ easily adapted to his new team and secured a 132.5 average damage rating against 100 Thieves, who had won the NA First Strike tournament. TenZ meshed with Sentinels and performed even better than he did while competing with Cloud9. He even accidentally played on the wrong sensitivity against Luminosity and shrugged it off as a minor inconvenience, even though it would completely throw off a regular human. For most players, joining a new team is a tough process, as they need to adapt to their new teammates and new strategies. But TenZ had little trouble finding his rhythm. TenZ's CSGO background was a welcome addition to the team, and his explosive star was more than enough to fill the gap Sinatra left behind. TenZ was originally known for his incredible skills with Jet and ability to outmaneuver and outplay any team, but he's also established himself as one of the best Reyna players in North America. He's achieved an incredible average combat score of 285 with Reyna in competitive play, while maintaining a 251 with Jet. Sentinels had a rocky start at the beginning of Stage 2 and were eliminated in the open qualifiers of the Challengers 1 event. TenZ underperformed against Built by Gamers as he finished the series with 21 kills and 31 deaths, but in Challengers 2 they fought tooth and nail through the lower bracket. TenZ absolutely dominated Immortals, dropping 45 kills with a whopping average damage per round of 161.1. He then got 54 kills against Ambox and 42 against NRG. And then, all according to the script, TenZ faced his former team Cloud9 Blue in the Grand Finals. Cloud9 featured an updated roster, and fans were excited for the so-called TenZ Bowl. But C9 couldn't handle TenZ's explosive style, and TenZ refused to show mercy to his former team. He dropped 60 kills as Sentinels swept them aside. This win secured Sentinels' spot in the Challengers Finals, where they once again went undefeated, punching their ticket to the first international LAN event. TenZ dropped 61 kills against version 1 in the Grand Finals for good measure, further cementing his title as the greatest Valorant player in NA. Sentinels have maintained their spot as the top team in North America, but TenZ's future with Sentinels after the end of Stage 2 is unclear, as he's still on loan from Cloud9. His buyout is reportedly around $2 million, or more now that he's proved his worth. TenZ has made it clear he's enjoying competing in Valorant and has the competitive itch. So the good news for fans is that he's probably going to stay at the top. No matter where he ends up, he's still going to be one of the best around, and he'll be winning many more trophies down the line. What do you think is next for TenZ? Let us know in the comments below.